So Tiamat would appear to Archon in dreams, and she would reveal to him the location of a great weapon that could help him, or a great suit of armor. Like the axe that he carries belonged to a general of Asmodeus and was buried inside of this tomb. And so Archon went on this adventure to find that axe of Asmodeus. And so Tiamat would appear to him in dreams, and she did the same to him in terms of this kind of extinction event that was potentially about to happen, where Vecna had teleported huge pieces of land from the Shadowfell and armies and animated this giant long dead titan and was inside of this mile-high structure, juggernaut, going to destroy everything in its path. And so Archon was sent there in order to stop Vecna from destroying the realm. Archon's entire party was killed, except for him. And he wound up using his charisma to become assimilated into another group that shared the same primary objective, which was to kill Vecna and destroy Vecna and stop Vecna from taking over the prime material plane. Now, what this party didn't know was that Archon had a secondary objective, which was to find out what was allowing Vecna to teleport cities and armies from other planes and bring that back. So during that battle, Archon survived, and towards the end realized that the power was coming from Vecna's hand. So when the battle was won, one of the members of this party that Archon joined was going to die. And so in this very vulnerable moment, the friends were gathered around as he was about to pass, and Archon pulled off this move in this very vulnerable moment. He used their vulnerability against them, and in a quiet moment led them to believe that he was sent to destroy the hand. And he had the power to do so in this axe. And when he raised his hand up and whispered a prayer to Tiamat and everyone looked on, he swung the axe down, chopped his own arm off, replaced it with Vecna's hand, and teleported away. He teleported to Krull, who was waiting for him, who healed him from the battle and opened a door to Avernus, to where Archon went and then had an audience with Tiamat. Tiamat rose this giant tower of obsidian, volcanic rock out of hell, and this 9 layers tower with dragon heads around the top. Archon and Krull then sent for Torragar, and he met them there, and this army formed, this dragon army formed around Archon, who was this champion who had returned with what the dragon cult and the dragon armies believed was the actual cure for Tiamat's imprisonment, that finally someone was going to come along with the power to free her. But Archon needed time to figure out how to use the hand and how to unlock its power. And so he began this series of mental battles with Vecna, where they would meet on this ethereal plane and have these mental face-offs and these mental battles, in which Archon would try to understand Vecna's secrets while Vecna would try to gain control over Archon's mind. That's how Archon got the hand, and that's what he's doing with it now, and that's what he's up to when you as the player characters run into him. He is in the middle of this process trying to free Tiamat.
Spurt, the kobold, briefly serving as the guide to the Mighty Nine, led them down a tunnel of the Underdark, and then as the Mighty Nine were chit-chattering, kind of went off ahead on his own, and entered a big giant cave that had 2 frost giants fire giants. Now Spurt is a CR 1/8 monster. Fire giants each are like a CR 9 monster. So he threw his bag of bees at one of them, and it did what you would expect a bag of bees to do. It just flopped down in this little bzzz, no effect whatsoever. And then one of the giants just smushed him. Spurt showed up for 15 minutes actually in an episode that was kind of very straight up to that point. So he was like this humorous interlude, I guess, for lack of a better term. So the fact that he was humorous, the fact that he wasn't live there for very long, so you only got to enjoy him for a brief period of time, I think that won a lot of people over. And then Chris Dupuis, one of the people who works on the creative side of Idle Champions, said, hey, this little guy, he's something.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to GaryCon 2022. I'm Jason Charles Miller. I'm going to be your host and game master today. We're going to be playing from Steamforged Games, one of the epic encounters, the Arena of the Undead Horde! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. We're going to be playing 5th edition rules, and we're going to see what happens today because these epic encounters are, well, they live up to their name. We'll just put it that way. So we're going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons today. We're here at GaryCon in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. GaryCon is a convention honoring Gary Gygax, the father of role-playing games, the co-creator of Dungeons & Dragons, and we're going to have a lot of fun today. So let's go around the table and meet our players. David Baxter, tell me about your character. This is David Baxter, everybody. First of all,
I'm not going to get too attached to this character because of what you just described.
Well, I mean, you can look at Area 1. That's Area 1.
That's Area 1.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you guys a little bit about my character. He is a ranger. He's a human ranger. His name is Elohir Killmage, and his quick backstory was that he grew up in a small town in the north of this world, and he made a really bad mistake. He met a traveler on the road who was asking him where a town further on was. And he said, oh, well, you can go there, but you should stop in my village because it's too long a trip. Turned out it was an evil mage who set the entire town on fire and killed his family. And he fled to the forest, became a ranger, and really has a distrust of spellcasters in general, although over the years he's able to work with some of them. That's his thing. He has a real problem with that.
Mr. Killmage.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Next up at our table, we've got Luke Gygax.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Who's going to be? It's a pleasure for us to be here. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you for DMing.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Maybe not after this.
Yeah. But tell us about your character today.
I'm playing Percival, who is a paladin wizard mix. So he started off as a courtier in life and thought it would be great to be a paladin and answer the call to serve Foltis. But along the way, he became a little bit disenchanted with that and decided that he wanted to branch off and study some wizardry. Decided that a life of devotion maybe wasn't exactly what he wanted. But he's here with his mighty companions to slay the...
Nice. And to let everyone at home know, we're all level 12. All of our characters are level 12. So you're multi-class, right?
I am a multi-class, yes.
Okay. So. All right. Next up, our next player at the table is Chad Johannes.
Yes, sir.
Chad, tell us about your character.
Today I will be playing Andor the Clever, a rock gnome barbarian. I grew up at a monastery, but as a child and growing up, I like to dabble and sneak the potions a little bit. And they've given me a little bit of a twitch at times and made me a little crazy and made my hair pink and stick straight up. So again, Andor the Clever, maybe not the first thing you'd think of when you saw him. But as soon as he got older, unfortunately the goblins burned down the monastery and killed everybody. So since then he's been on a quest of vengeance and just trying to make things right and find another place in this world.
Which is also ironic. I did not have a gnome mini ready, so we're using a goblin mini for you. So that's just an insult to him,
It's
right
perfect.
right on the top. Awesome. Okay, cool. Our next player at the table is Alex Kammer.
Hello. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to play this. I'm playing a druid this time, level 12 Circle of the Land. His name is Niz. Niz is a rotational crop expert. What he does is he finds seeds from around the realm and distributes them to different areas, and to ensure proper agricultural techniques are being undertaken in various civilized lands. Why exactly Niz is in the pit of unending death and pain is, I'm sure, going to be told to me in a minute, but that's where he is. So but he's got a really nice variety of seeds on him, so that should be very helpful.